I've been using iPhone for almost 10 years, and to be honest, the camera is technically perfect. However, it's boring. Boring as the photos are too sharp, the HDR just make everything look flat and looks exactly the same. I will only use my Fujifilm or my camera because it has a soul. And today I'm trying to find a way to replicate that film camera look using my iPhone. Let's get into it. By the way, my name is Judo and I've been doing content for almost a year and I love camera stuff. I will always find a way to innovate on what my camera can do, and this time it's my iPhone. But before we get into the software kind of thing, let's talk about the ergonomics or the feeling of you taking the photos, because it's not always about the software. Sometimes it's about the ergonomics and the feeling that it creates. Because if you love the aesthetic of your camera, that will get you to go out more and take more photos. So that's why I have this thing. Wait. Oh geez guys, I left it in my car. Be right back. Yeah guys, I'm big and here it is. This is the FunShot magnetic grip, specifically what Telesin has sent to me. And by the way, this is not sponsored video, they just kindly sent me, and thank you Telesin, I love this thing. This thing is the second version because the first version is actually a white one. This essentially is just an extension grip for your iPhone, because you can see that at the back there is this MagSafe magnetic attachment, and you can just bring your iPhone right here and just attach your grip to it, and look at it. It's just like an extension to your phone, and it makes it feels more like a camera, an actual camera. And now here's what makes it special. When you first attach it and you turn on the iPhone camera app, first you have to turn it on by just hold down the red button until there are a light indicator showing up, and you click the red button right here, you take a photo. How cool is that? This one right here is a zoom rocker, and you can actually use it to zoom in and zoom out on your camera. It actually works, but you need to turn on the accessibility options for it to work. It's actually really cool. And this one, it also works with external camera app, which I'm gonna get into it later. But yeah, this grip is amazing. With this, it's gonna make your iPhone photo taking experience feel more like an actual camera or a film camera, which there'll be a link in the description along with the discount code JUDO15 to get 15% off. So yeah, this is awesome, go check it out. And to be honest, the camera is amazing, but the default camera app, it just plain nothing. So back in the day, I tried to find a iPhone filters app to make my footage look like a film. So at first I looked into this Dashcam app, and back then I really liked the Dashcam app because it's applied the filters over your iPhone footage, and it gives that contrast, reduce the HDR, and just make your footage have more soul that we want. And they have tons and tons and tons of camera profiles to choose from. The Contax, the Kodak, the Fujifilm, even video cameras. And I love the retro video cameras that make my footage look like I film on a what is it? A camcorder. And it just creates this nostalgia look. But the one thing that I don't really like is that it doesn't really give you many options. It gives you the tint, white balance, frames or grain or something like that, but it doesn't really give you ability to make your own profile. You have to select their profile and just try to tweak it afterwards, which is not really what I'm after. And also, by the way, it costs kinda a lot, 400 baht, which is like what, almost $20 for one-time purchase. I think there's a purchase power parity here, so I think in Thailand it is way cheaper, but in the US I think it's upward to like $30, $40, $50, I don't know. But it's good if you want to just plug and play, you know, just click it, take your pictures, and you don't mind adjusting to make it your own. But if you're someone like me and you use Fujifilm and you want to make your custom profile, then I think it will benefit for you more to use the Mood app. And the Mood app, it's amazing. First, let's look at the UI. The UI, there is section where you can adjust your own dynamic range. And dynamic range in this case is that normal iPhone camera app it will try to make everything bright evenly. So it's gonna destroy all the shadows and it can dumb down all the highlights so that it gonna look flat. In this app, they have options for you to turn on or turn off or minimize the HDR, which I love. I love to put it on low or medium to be able to manipulate my own shadows and my own highlights. So if I want that to be heavily contrast, I will keep it on really low or even 0. But if I want to have a nice landscape where I want everything to look evenly bright but not too much, I will go with medium, because I still don't want anything to automatically expose within the camera algorithm. The point of it is to have as much control as humanly possible with the iPhone cameras to make it look good. But first, when you shoot with this camera app, right, when you take a photo with it, you will only see the normal color profile of the iPhone. But then you later need for it to develop in order to see your result, much like a real film camera, because you're only gonna see through the viewfinder of what the actual thing in the world looks like, and then you have to wait to like clean the film or everything like that to finally see your final result, which is a fun experience if you want to get into film cameras, because the waiting time is definitely way less than you actually have to process the film. So I would recommend you trying this out first. But now on the app, right, they have so much film stock for you to choose from. You have analog, chrome, prologue, portrait, stock, which is the normal iPhone color profile, mono, Nord, Xeno, Vista, Polo, Metro. This really gives you options to select your film profile, and you can just go straight into it alongside the tone of it to control the dynamic range, as I mentioned earlier. But the fun thing about this is that there is this custom preset, and the custom preset allows for you to create your own preset from the existing profile or create an entirely new film profile by yourself, which I love. So I have created my own portrait profile and create a stock plus, which is like an add-on onto the normal traditional iPhone color profile. And I've actually brought this grip along with the app to Khao Yai and to compare it to my Fujifilm camera to actually see which one looks better, or is it looks exactly the same. Maybe iPhone will look better, or maybe the Fujifilm will look better. So let's see a little bit, shall we? Here's the result. And to be honest, from what I've seen, I would say it's kind of equivalent to each other. On Fujifilm, there's this like chromatic blue, gives more of a film characters that sometimes iPhone or filter cannot replicate, but I would say this one is close enough. If you just want to try it out, whether you like it, whether you want to get into a camera and you want to get film camera or Fujifilm camera to replicate the film look, maybe you just try out this combo first and see if you liked it, and if you really liked it, then you can step up into the Fujifilm cameras, because I've seen that the X-T33 is a very good digital film camera. So if you like this one, then you can later on upgrade to the Fujifilm or actual film camera if you want. So if you want to get your first step into the film photography kind of like space, you can use this combo and try it first. Or if you're bored of taking your normal photos on your camera, you can dumb it down and just go with this grip and this iPhone, and you know, it's a lot less heavier and a lot more fun from my perspective, of course. But to be honest, my actual camera setup is not that big, and if you want to see what kind of setup I use and how small or how big it is, you can click right here and I'll see you there. See ya.